Happy Saturday. We are live for another moment of harmony. I am so happy that you joined in with me this Saturday. As y'all can tell, I am not where I normally am, but my spirits are high. My joy is elevated. So guess what? That means I am where I'm supposed to be. Ashe. Thank you for joining me today. I'm giving it a couple of minutes. I came on just a teensy bit later than I normally would have because I was giving some individuals who are going to be joining us for the first time today some directives on how to tune in this morning. Some people call me or when they've seen one of the advertisements on Facebook or a story, and they'll say, what is the link? So I have to kind of let people know how to get to the live stream on YouTube at a certain time. So I want to give those people a chance to come in. I know that they are figuring it out. And we've all been there when it comes to technology and these streams and these podcasts and, all of this thing. So welcome. Welcome. Thank you for your effort. Thank you for your inquiry. Thank you for your energy towards me, towards my moments, towards our moments, towards moments to share together. Today we are coming up on the bottoms, the last part of a 32-week series. We previously, a very long time ago now at this point, were in a affirmation series. We now are in a matter of moment series. We'll be moving towards a declaration series next. We are just going to keep this healing train going. Chugga, 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 heal, heal. Okay? We're going to be healing. So I'm very, very proud of you all that have been in this series, especially those who have followed me from my Facebook days and were in that series. We're coming up on those tail ends, so let's get those moments in. Let's get those thoughts expressed. Let's get those, whatever it is we're doing, getting our notes out. Some of us just need to hear the vibration. We just need something other than what we're seeing and hearing all day on the way to work, at the house, around the people. We just need something. Whatever it is you came for, my prayer is that you get it and that I have also been able to bring anything to you that's going to make your life a little bit better. Exchange, not even bring, exchange anything to you that's going to get us closer to a healing space, that's going to get us closer to a loving space, that gets us closer to a divine space, that gets us more elevated. Okay, elevator going up. We're going up. We're trying to come up out of the basement from one floor to the next floor to the next floor and reaching our highest level of divinity. Ashe. My name is Harmony Davis Brown, affectionately known by some from my community advocacy work as Mama Harmony. If you hear me refer to myself as such, or you may see on the chat someone says that, that's where that came from. That came from me doing over 13 years of community work. And in the community that I was a part of, instead of using terms like Mr. and Mrs., we used Mama and Baba as an honorary. It's like an honorary label, like you've done work. If you've done work, then you're seen in the community as someone who is invested and contributed and committed to, and they will call you Mama such and such or Baba such and such, a term of respect and endearment, as well as we'll say sister and brother. I definitely got some sisters on the line with me, got some brothers on the line with me. People that I just met and I've fallen in love with in the process of my moments, and people that I've loved for a very long time that's been rocking with me before my moments were born, while they were being shaped. Okay, welcome everyone, welcome, love and light to everyone, gratitude and joy to everyone. All right, let's get into this week's moments, because I don't want this to be a long moment. And I feel like I do that, and it's a precursor, and then it's a long moment. I'm trying to make this one a short moment. This moment is entitled Healing Moments. Y'all, when we get to the last moment, I'm going to go through all 32 moments that we've been through in this series. 32 weeks. And y'all are gonna see how we came all the way from magical moments and got all the way to victorious moments. Rise and shine, blessings, beautiful. So good to see you. Healing moments. We are in healing moments and we need them. We are so in need of them. Why do we need healing moments? Why are healing moments? Isn't that what we've been doing this whole time? Haven't we been having healing moments? We have been talking about utilizing other moments of our lives in a manner that it will result in healing. But right now, today, we're going to go directly into the healing aspect of a healing moment. So, not the vehicle of magical moments, not the vehicle of memorable moments, not the vehicle of my moments. We're not going to use a vehicle in this moment to get to healing. We're going to go right to the core of healing. Many things will take us to a healing space. Many things will remind us why we should be in a healing space. Many things will be healing for us. But sometimes we need a moment that is about healing. It's not about how we're going to get there. It's not about the reflector of it. I need straight up healing. And I need to know how to create a healing moment. I need to know how to recognize a healing moment. I need to know, y'all know I love the word, utilize a healing moment. I need to know how to translate a healing moment. I need to know how to go ahead and conjure healing in an atmosphere. Okay, I know I should be grateful. We had our grateful moments. I know I should be compassionate. I know we are learned, we've gone through. Now we're going into the core of healing moments. Healing moments, recognizing a moment that's healing, because there's so many misconceptions about healing. There's so much talk about it. There's so much work about it. There's so much walk about it. But look, there's so many misconceptions. Oh, you are beautiful, and I am reflecting, beloved. There's so many misconceptions, and we are going to bust through some of those today in healing moments. So the first thing about healing, okay, y'all, I've been telling y'all, and it has yet to fail, how every time I've drawn this outline before we started the 32 matter of moments, and every week something comes to me. I'm aligning with these things. It was crazy. I'm aligning with each moment of every week. And then that yesterday, I literally get a TikTok message from my sister about healing. There's this brother, and I posted it on my Facebook page for those that do follow me on Facebook. And he's talking about how we need to reveal to heal. He's talking about how we don't have the tools. He talks about how we keep things covered up and we expect to heal from things. Y'all, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm doing healing moments tomorrow. And he is right on point with where I want to go. So one of the things that when I watched that video, one of the things that resonated with me, was like I always say, in the video, the brother is being very genuine, but you know, you can feel his energy. He's talking about healing. He's not really talking about sadness. He doesn't give any specific situation or example, but there's an energy. There's an energy of healing, and there's an energy of depth. That's what I'm looking for. And I appreciated it because so often when we talk about healing, we see it as a wonderful thing, and it is. We see it as this magical thing, and it can be. We see it as this light. I need healing. We say that. I want healing. But we don't always keep in mind how painful healing can be. And sometimes we will debunk, we will back away from, we will give up on healing because it hurts. Because healing hurts before it heals. Actually, healing hurts in the process of healing. Relationships that are broken, you got to go in there. When you get a wound at the doctor and it's infected, the doctor has to dig your infection out of the open wound. Ouch. When you have a broken bone, sometimes the doctor has to reset it, re-break it. A bone that's healing crooked. Re-break it in order to set it straight. And there's a lot of times when we don't understand that if my marriage is going to heal, we're going to go through some things. We're going to have to see some things in each other. We're going to have to go to bat. We're going to have to go into this thing. And a lot of us, I'm very guilty of just avoiding the craziness, avoiding the arguing, avoiding, for me, even more so than the arguing, is the hurt feelings. Just avoiding hurting feelings, avoiding getting my feelings hurt, avoiding hearing a perspective of me that I don't agree with that will hurt my feelings. We're not going to heal. We're not going to get to these places because I can come into my marriage and I can say, Creator, heal my marriage. I can meet up with my sisters and we can pray over my marriage and I say, heal my marriage. And then when my marriage begins a healing process, we begin to lay things on the table. We begin to talk about things that we have eggshelled around. When truth begins to come out, we like, stop it. Stop it. For you know what? Forget about it. When I say heal my children, heal my family, I have to be able to hear what my children think about me. I have to be able to hear what my children think about our circumstances and our situation and where they are. I have to be able to stomach what my children have seen about me in my life. And it may not be what I agree with. It may not be the perspective that I have. It may not have been my goal. This might not be what I was aiming for, guys. Again, I can't ask for the healing if I'm not going to be willing to understand the process of healing. I may have been in an argument or a fight. Sometimes I can think that people have disappointed me, betrayed me, talked ill about me behind my back, wanted my downfall, wanted to see me fall. And then when I think about that relationship is dead, that's dead. Excuse me, y'all. That's dead. That's done. I'm not going. But then, as life would have it, you then begin to see that people were hurting. You can see that people were lost. So you can see that you yourself was in that place and may have been deserving of some of those things that were going down. Life is strange. Life is different. Life is unpredictable. So we might get into that point and I may be like, you know what? I do want to heal with this person. But going on with this person to act like I wasn't betrayed, act like I wasn't disappointed, act like I wasn't abandoned, act like I wasn't rejected, act like that is not going to, I'm going to have to go into that. We can move forward, but trust this is going to have to be addressed and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt you for me to hold you accountable or vice versa. And it's going to hurt you to have to explain and really humble yourself to what you were capable of with someone that you love. Healing hurts and then it heals. It hurts, you get hurt, then you need to heal, and that hurts. You get hurt, you have to heal, that hurts to bring the healing. So it's hurt, heal, hurt, heal. That's the pattern of healing. And anyone that thinks it's just hurt and healing, you're going to give up on your healing. You're going to denounce your healing moment. You're going to sabotage your healing moment. You're going to destroy your healing moment because you think it's a two-step process. Hurt, heal, hurt, heal. And for some depths of pain, it can be a 6-step process. Some things you still have to heal from. I don't know if there's any brothers or sisters on the call this morning or in the live that have gone back to someone that was unfaithful to them, stayed with their mate after their mate had practiced infidelity. In my first marriage, I had stayed with my ex-husband after he was unfaithful to me and then was unfaithful again. But my thing was, it's not, the pattern can change because my trauma changes, my pain changed, my sacrifice changed, right? So my thing is, it wasn't so, I'm thinking that he needed to admit and apologize. Now, mind you, I got married at 18. So he can admit and apologize and all will be well. I was wrong. I was so wrong. I needed to know things that were hurting me to know. And then every time there was symbols all over the place in my mind, me trying to push things away. The pattern was ongoing of hurt, heal, hurt, heal, hurt, heal. The goal is to get to a place where you hurt a lot less than you did yesterday, and that your environment is conducive to healing. And that even though you're hurting in the moment, think about, I did a workshop many, many years ago. I was actually pregnant with my then 8-year-old when me and one of the mamas of the organization I grew up in, we did a workshop. And one of the sisters asked me, she said, how do you know if you're healed enough? How do you know if you're healing to be back into another situation? How do you know if you're at a place of forgiveness or you're at a place? And I use the analogy of a broken ankle. You know when your ankle is broken, when you can resume previous activities, or if you'll never be able to resume them activities again, based on how it feels. And the goal is not to heal all at one time, because that's not how bones heal. That's not how trauma heals. That's not how betrayal heals. That's not how this thing works. The goal is, you know, you're ready. You're not going to have your cast on for 8 weeks and take it off and go play basketball. You're going to stand up on it, put a little pressure on it, and if it doesn't, it's not time. It doesn't feel right, you got to go and get your physical therapy. You have to get your rest. You're using your ice pack. That means you're actively healing, and you're also actively protecting. So if you are in a position where you're saying, no, I'm healed or I'm healing, and you're still putting yourself in problematic environments, you're still putting yourself in, you're not accurately analyzing your depth of pain, your depth of injury, and the requirement on your injury for healing. So the sister at the workshop, she had talked about being around a family member who had sexually violated her. And she was saying, how do I know when I can get to a place of forgiveness or when I can be around them, because that family member still comes around? And I say, well, you don't go around. Again, you don't play basketball on the newly healing. Because you took your cast off doesn't mean you're ready. You know, you can do a jumping jack. You don't feel it. You don't feel strain. You don't feel the fatigue. It's not pulling. It's not burning. It's not itching. If you feel any of that, I am not there yet. And a lot of times we are pushing our healing. We're fabricating our healing. We're catering our healing to those around us. I know in my first marriage, I said I was healed because I felt like the church wanted me to be there. Well, we said he apologized. He won't do it again. I wasn't. I wasn't when they were telling me to. But I was like, come on, be back in those trusting spaces, intimate spaces, which was not a safe space for me anymore. Every time you leave out the feelings that I'm getting, every time you're going somewhere, I'm not healed and I'm feeling it and I'm ignoring it. So this brings me to my first point today, right? The first point of our healing moments, is only 3 points today. The first point is going to be to unveil the veil. Unveil the veil. This is hiding pain and its roots. Hiding pain and the roots of pain. And I just spoke of this. Why do we do that? We say we want to heal. We talk about how badly we're hurting. We talk about how we want to graduate from the space that we're in, or we don't want to feel this way anymore. But we are going to cover up the pain. No, we can't grow through a pain we can't get to. We can't grow through a pain we can't get to. And we put up blockages as humans, as children. We put up blockages in order to move, in order to survive. Self-preservation is stronger than you think. This is what I want us to remember, those of us that get into denial about where we are. Those of us that feel ashamed about our pace of healing. Give yourself grace. You know why? Because before you gave yourself grace, you unknowingly gave yourself protection. Before you decided to give yourself grace, you subconsciously gave yourself protection. And that is because self-preservation is stronger than you think, stronger than you give it credit for. And a lot of us think that self-preservation, we making a decision about it. We're not. Your body, your intuition, your spirit can save you quicker than you can save yourself sometimes, consciously. It can step right in and be like, oh, somebody did something that triggered you, distraction. Somebody did something that's hurt. Somebody's making you afraid. Change change your direction. Addiction, throw something at you. So understand, give yourself some grace about what it is you haven't been able to be completely open about in your pain. We have to unveil the veil. We're saying that we're wanting to be better, but we're still hiding. We're still keeping. We're saying, Creator, take it from me, but we're keeping it. On the outside, our arms are open. Creator, take it. Take it. Break it. Fix it. But on the inside, we got it tight. Don't show it. Hide it. Protect it. And we're not trying to protect it. We're not trying to protect the rape. We're not trying to protect the violation. We're not trying to protect the humiliation. We're not trying to protect it. We're trying to protect us. And it has become a part of our story. So we have mistaken it as being a part of us. And we have kept it. And we need to unveil the veil. We need to unveil the veil. I deal with this all the time when it comes to what I'm dealing with my father, my biological father, right? I need to heal from his abandonment. I need to heal from his lack of love and acknowledgement of who I am. I need to heal from his seemingly lack of care about my existence and my importance. But at the same time, I can't reveal. I can't reveal to him. I can reveal to others, but I can't unveil the veil. I don't have the courage. And that way I won't get the healing, right? I don't have the courage to say, I need to unveil the veil. You failed to protect me. You failed to acknowledge me. You failed to build me. You failed. You go to our parents, when those of us that were molested as children, you failed. I have to unveil that veil. And that's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to do, even to yourself. You failed to choose the right mates. You failed to stand up for yourself. You failed to believe in yourself. You failed to fight back for yourself. You unveil the veil. At the root of our pain is something that fell and that broke. At the root of our pain, something broke inside of us. And we have to unveil the veil. We can't protect it and reject it. When you try to protect your pain and reject your pain, you project your pain. Hey, DJ, run that back. When you try to protect your pain and simultaneously reject your pain, this is a fight. You project your pain. You project it onto others in your weight gain, in your addictions, in your dysfunctions, in your anger, in your misery, in your pessimism. It's coming out. You're battling your pain. You're not mad at me. My boss might come to work, treat me some type of way, but they're not mad at me. They're trying to protect and reject their pain at the same time. They lost their mind. It's agonizing. And this is why you're agonizing. This is why you're intoxicating. You having a battle within yourself. Don't protect it. In order to not protect your pain anymore, you're going to have faith in the higher energy, a higher power, that if you open up and you unveil, what's going on inside you, you'll be protected. And you don't have to do both. You can be the revealer and not the concealer. Because you got something keeping you covered. I don't need to conceal myself with an umbrella. I can be the revealer, not the concealer, and I can heal. I'm talking about things we're afraid to say in our marriages about the people that we married. Things that we don't want to hurt them about, things that we feel about them, think about them. We have to unveil the fail. You failed. I didn't say you're always going to be a failure. I'm saying that if we're going to heal, I have to unveil to you that you failed. You failed me. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to move my legs falling asleep. You failed. You failed to communicate with me. You failed to appreciate me. The things you said in the beginning, you're not doing those things. You failed to be consistent with me. I failed to be consistent with you. I failed to have hope in us. We got to unveil the fail to our children. Heal your children. Release your children. I failed in this moment. Not always. I haven't always made a mistake. But I trusted something. I shouldn't have trusted. I failed you. You're in this place because I unveiled the fail. We can't heal without it. Because guess what? If I go to my children and I unveil the fail, I teach them to unveil the fail. And I also keep them from having to protect them and be in rejection and protection at the same time. And I can stop the chaos in their lives. Well, I don't want to tell my mom that she should have done this and did that because I love my mom. Well, you ain't got to tell me. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. I was young and I didn't understand and I failed to fully understand. I failed to choose the right father for you. I failed to keep you out of bad neighborhoods. What? Unveil the fail. That's part of why we are not getting, we can't get to what we need to get to within ourselves to appropriately heal. Healing isn't happening. Healing is being requested. Healing is being prayed for. Healing is being talked about, but it's doing everything by happening. Healing is doing everything but happening. It's being promoted on the shirts. It's in now. Healing is in. Healing is not up. It's not happening. And that needs to, first thing, we need to unveil the fails. We need to go ahead and get some courage, get some faith, tap in, tune in, get to the points in our lives where we can say, look, I failed at this with you. Whether you're talking in the mirror to yourself, your loved ones, your career, your dreams, heal it. Some people want to be in denial. Like, I did used to want to be a singer, but I don't want no more. I wanted to be an artist, but then, I'm good with my job. Unveil the fail. No. Look at your dream and say, I gave up on you. I realized how I had to go to school to get you. I realized how I had to do this and do that, and I didn't feel like I was good enough. Unveil the fail. I gave up on you, dream. And in order for me to heal and continue to move forward, I have to unveil that fail. I have to be honest with myself. You have to be honest with the things you want to heal. And sometimes it's very difficult. I'm not worried about unveiling the fail to my father because I think his feelings will get hurt. That's not at the top of the list. I don't think he'll understand. I don't think he'll be receptive. I think his response, where I am in my healing, his response will be more damaging to me than healing. I have situations with both my parents. With family, period. I don't know how unveiling the fail, how in my darkest time you failed to be there for me, and how that has damaged me and damaged us, and I don't know how to unveil that to you. I say this, start with unveiling it to someone. Write it to yourself in a letter. Write it on your mirror. Get a therapist. Therapy matters. Get a community. Get a sisterhood. Get a brotherhood. Unveil that fail. Even if we can't do it to the person. Some people hurt us are dead. Some are in prison. The man that murdered my brother, he is cold case. I don't know who he is. So how do I unveil that fail? I got to first release the pain and resentment and guilt that I have in my own chest about my baby brother being murdered. I got to unveil that fail. Whether it's true or not, because people say, that's not true. You couldn't have done nothing about it. That does nothing for my healing when my pain is real. Regardless of what my thoughts may be in my head. I might have made that up. But the pain is real, so I really need to unveil. I failed you, baby brother. I got to say that to heal. I have to unveil. I should have known. I should have told you when to be home. I should have drilled more into your head. I shouldn't have let you be out late. I have to unveil that to myself. Unveil it to someone else. And then this person that shot my brother 5 times for his cell phone and whatever else he had on him. There's no closure with you. Guess what? I still have to unveil the fail. You failed to be a decent human. You failed to take the value of life seriously. You failed to be divine. I have to heal. I have to unveil those fails. I don't even know who you are, but I'm going to reveal it to. I'm unveiling that to my sisterhood, to my husband, to my therapist, to myself, in my book. I have to unveil the fail. We can't get through anything we can't get to. All right. Feel the heal. This is the second part. Feel to heal. Feel to heal. We are numbing our pain and simultaneously numbing the save, right? We're numbing our pain because we don't want to feel it. But in numbing your feelings, you're numbing your healing. One of my sisters, she always quotes me whenever she talks, lots of times when she speaks publicly. This is like her favorite quote. And she always says, my sister Harmony always says, you got to feel it to heal it. Why do she and I share that? And many other women share that as a quote that resonates, as a feeling that resonates, because I said it and she felt it, because I felt it and you felt it and we felt it, because pain hurts and we will cut it off. Self-preservation. I'm not dealing with that. His loss, his problem won't catch me. Beyonce has a line that says, suicide before you see a tear fall down my eyes. Y'all, that's me all day. All day. You won't catch me. Won't catch me hurting, shorty. Not about it. And my thing is, we're numbing. We're ignoring. We're shutting down. We're shutting up. Because the pain, what will happen to us if our pain, we don't feel in safe spaces. We don't feel like we're in safe circles. We have to create them. When me and my sisters, we get together at least 3-4 times a week, if not nothing but FaceTime. All of us get up on that. We get up on the FaceTime and we allow ourselves to feel. I can't do that at work. I definitely can't always do it at home. I can't do it but I'm feeling constantly. I'm feeling constantly all types of things that I'm shutting down, so I'm not healing constantly. I'm not doing them in balance. But when I get into my sister circle and I allow my feelings, I'm in a safe space. This is how I really feel. This is how I really feel about my life right now. This is how I really feel about my relationship right now. This is how I really feel about my kids, my money, my dreams, my careers, my ambitions, where I'm coming from, where I've been. This is how I really feel. That's the only way I can really heal. Because at work, I don't care nothing about it. You can say what you... Y'all, I don't care nothing about nothing. I'm in protection mode. And I'm saying there's a lot of us that are afraid of what happens if we really feel what's going on inside of us. Who's going to mend that? So once you expose your pain, you're weakened or you feel weakened. If you don't have anything or anyone around you that's going to recuperate you, that's going to, you get shot and a gunshot wound is bleeding out open. You don't just sit there with yourself. And if a stranger walks up to you like, are you okay? You might say, yeah, I'm okay. I just need to get to a doctor. Well, do you want me to look at it? I just need to get to a doctor. Well, okay, you want to get my car? Please just call the ambulance. Well, what happened? I need to get to a doctor. Why? Because I don't think you have the tools. Why would I open this gun wound up to you? You don't have a surgery. You're not a surgeon. You don't have a kit. You don't have sterilization. You don't have a nurse. I don't trust you to take care of this. So I'm like this with you. Please call a doctor. But when you get to the doctor, you get into the emergency room. How many people have said that when we watch survival stories or survival documentaries? They'll be like they were holding on until rescue came. Till they seen the helicopter, that's when till they got on a gurney, that's when because they felt like they no longer had to keep themselves safe. And they were safe enough to reveal what needed to be healed because they were in an environment of individuals that can handle that. Many of us are afraid to feel because what will happen to me when I'm vulnerable, when my wound is open? It hurts me. It will weaken me. I'll bleed out. I'll get an infection. If you just want to be a spectator, and many of us are around friends, or around loved ones, or around family members that we truly in our gut believe to just be spectators. We aren't surrounded by people that we feel safe with, that we can expose our wounds to, that we feel have the tools and the know-how and the compassion. So that's why I'm saying get into create spaces for healing so that it's okay to feel because you're confident in the heal. I can get on the three-way with my sisters in the FaceTime and I can bawl because they're not going to leave me there. They ain't going to be like, dang, girl, that's a lot. Let's pray. I'm coming over right now. I sent some stuff to your Amazon. I sent this to your house. I have this resource. Y'all check this out. Look at this. I'm in the hands of individuals where I can reveal and that I also can feel. And they going to assist in the healing. We need to create those environments as best we can. We also need to work in places that are more conducive to healing. People that are backstabbing, people that are nasty, people that are manipulative, people that are, narcissistic. That's not ever an environment you'll be able to break down in. And life just doesn't work in the way that you won't have to break down and heal. Marriages with individuals, friendships, family relationships with individuals that are using you, that are dishonest to you, gaslighting you. That's not an environment you'll ever be able to break down. What type of marriage is going to get to forever? And you can never break down in your marriage? You can never be down in it? You're going to always have to you're going to have to tell your husband or your wife, get me to someone who can help me. No. I can't talk to you. Get me to someone who can. I can't trust you. Get me to somebody I can. We're not going to heal like that. And that's no way to live. Keep them concealed instead of getting them revealed and getting what we need. We're not feeling our pain. We're shutting it down. We're Novocaine it. Give me something else to cover this up. But guess what? If you getting a headache and you're using Tylenol, the reason that you're getting a headache isn't going anywhere. We have to feel it to heal it. Sometimes I'm moving so fast, I haven't realized I didn't eat yet. Sometimes I'm doing so much, I didn't take in consideration that I went to bed very late and I woke up very early. And the pain I feel, this headache that I'm getting, this nausea that I'm getting, this ache that I'm getting, is the reminder that you need a nap. You need a meal. You need a prayer. You need an exercise. You need to breathe. But if I keep on, nope, 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 don't want to feel it, numbing that migraine. Oh, give me something to get rid of this migraine. Peace. Somebody got something to get rid of this migraine. Rest. Somebody got something to get rid of this honesty. We got to feel it. We have to feel it. We are feelers. We're brought here to feel. We're created to experience. And that reason is so that we can grow, so that we can heal, so that we can transform, so that we can become. Okay, last part. We need to, Ashe, I love you. Last part, we need to heal for real. Y'all, I have hashtagged this 100 times on Facebook. We need to heal for real. Heal for real. Why am I saying heal for real? Because we're all talking about healing. Like I said, healing is in. It is a fad. What you doing? I'm healing. I'm getting my self-care. Doing my yoga. I'm healing. I'm journaling, doing some shadow work. I've seen some of the darkest people in my life on social media talking about they doing some shadow work. You still the shadow. You're the shadow. That's you. But because healing is in, it's popular. Pain is out. So we're not talking about pain even though it's happening. But my thing is, heal for real. Don't heal for the social media. Don't heal so that your marriage can get back to normal. Don't heal so that the people around you don't feel. I am seeing people who are experiencing miscarriages, grieving murders and deaths in their family, sentences in prison, diagnosis at the hospital, rejection, pain, stagnation. They're hurting from these things. And they're saying that they're healed because they don't want to be hurting from these things. They don't want you to keep asking them about it. They walking around just as made up. As Joopity Joop Joop got their gospel music on 100 or whatever, their conscious music. Some of them might be bumping Richard Raw. Because because healing is an accomplishment. Healing is an accomplishment. It is the accomplishment of the brave. Healing is an accomplishment of the elite. Healing is the accomplishment of the courageous, of the strong. So I need to heal. I need to at least proclaim that I am healed. I can start the healing process, but just tell people I'm there. I can dabble in some healing activities, but it is a badge of honor to be a healed individual. It is a badge of honor to be an honestly healed individual. So if you only healed a little bit, badge of honor. If you got a lot more healing to do, because guess what? You're not fooling anybody but yourself. Yes, and probably will say, oh, that girl got it. Dang, her husband just died. Look at she is on social media. She's out here dating. Heal for real. Heal for real. Oh, yeah, he used to do drugs, but no, he own a business now. Yep, she went through the bankruptcy and she lost the house, but she's out here, look, new car, new job, new her. Going through a divorce. She's popping. They just told her that her man was going away for 20 years, but look, she funny, she chilling. Heal for real. Stop healing for likes. Stop healing for a badge. Stop healing for attention. Stop healing for deflection. Heal for real. For real. Heal for you. When you heal at your own pace, trust me, it's nothing like this social media pace. When you heal, when your marriage is healing at its own pace, it's nothing like the celebrities or YouTube is showing. That pace, that's not how it goes. When you're healing broken relationships with your children, or you're healing from poverty, or you're healing from setbacks and falls, you're healing from manipulation and lost relationships, it is nothing like what they showing you in these streets. It's nothing like what they're perpetrating. Heal for real, because it's always going to come back that you're not there. It's always, you go out there on that broken ankle like, you know what, I'm tired of being in a cast. Tired of having a cane. I want to walk like everybody else. You get around that mall and you start limping. Because you weren't really healed. You wanted to put them shoes on. You weren't there. You wanted to put those high heels on. You're going to be limping. You're going to hurt yourself trying to look like you're good when you're not. I'm not saying you got to be pitiful. I am absolutely against being pitiful. Walking around with your head hung low, woe is me, and no one can even ask you how you're doing without a sad story. I'm just saying you don't have to go out there and fake it. You can be out there making it one moment at a time. You can be out there one moment at a time getting your life together. Ain't nobody proclaim to be all the way healed. I don't need the cast today, but I do still need the cane. I don't need the cane today, but I do need the boot. I might not need the boot, but can I lean on you, sis, when we walk? But what I'm not about to do is put no whole high heel on with the healing ankle. For who? Oh, because we going to this wedding and we got to look. Put the heel on. Oh, because we're going to take pictures, so we got to look. I'm not putting that heel on. I'm not ready for it. That's not how it works. Icing, resting, therapy, I'm still doing that. Heal for real. Because what's going to happen is all those people that push their foot in a high heel going to be well into their 80s still limping. And you would have strengthened. And you would have recuperated and revitalized because you healed for real. Behind closed doors, in private, in the privacy of your own pain, in the privacy of your own past, in the privacy of your own history, without the cameras or the spectators, without your parents or your friends or your husband or your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, you healed. You felt it. You unveiled it. You worked on that. Heal for real. So how do we heal? We're going to get ready to close out now. How do we heal? This is the analogy I was thinking about as I was doing dishes last night, as I'm sure there's some mamas that were doing some dishes last night. But as I was doing dishes, I thought about, how do we heal? What are the biggest mistakes we're thinking about or that are happening when we're so-called healing? We're dabbling a little bit of healing on a situation. We're mad at our mate. We make love to them. Buy them a gift. They buy us a gift. Go out. Talk a little bit about the situation. We move forward. It always comes back. Any of y'all been in a relationship for a long time, that ish always comes back. And it comes back bigger than the last time. Angrier than the last time. We beefing with a sister or a brother or a mother or a father. We give a little happy birthday, how you doing? We sprinkle a little bit of healing on it. We are ashamed or upset at ourselves for our choices in our past. We still holding that against us. We do a little bit of affirmation in the mirror. You are beautiful. You are powerful. The day is yours. We sprinkle a little bit of healing on it. We need for healing moments to utilize them, to recognize them, to actualize them. We need to have concentrated moments of healing. So think about a greasy dish, right? After you fried some fish, you made some french fries, anything greasy and oily you made in a pan. What happens when you use the same amount of dish soap on that dish that you did on all the other dishes? Super nasty, greasy residue, right? Now your water is greasy, your hands are greasy, all the dishes that came behind it are greasy, and that pot or pan is greasy. You go to use it a week later, it's greasy because you used a little bit of healing that the fork needed or that the spoon needed. See, you trying to put a healing. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. You're trying to put a band-aid where there needs to be a surgery. You try to sprinkle a little bit of yoga on your healing by itself. You did a prayer or two in some of your saddest moments. Healing deserves holistic concentration. Your healing moments deserve holistic concentration. You must give concentrated healing. Now, let's take that same dish, that same old greasy pot or pan, and with no water, meaning we ain't sugarcoating it. We ain't watering it down. We no water. We taking straight soap, a bunch of it. Grease, what is it? Soap to grease, right? Soap to grease. Don't get no water. I don't even need a sponge right now. Soap to grease. Then we take the sponge and we buffer that whole situation out. Then, only after we've gathered all the grease, we brought it all to the surface. We have mixed it with concentrated. For y'all that y'all following? The grease is your pain. The soap, the detergent is your healing. Concentrated. Don't put no water. Don't put me in the sink with no other stuff. Okay? Only after you done brought all that grease to the surface. And it's been nothing but grease and soap. Then you go ahead and you spray it with the water. Then you rinse it off. But if you tried any other way, you dipped all that grease in a bucket of soap water, that is not enough soap. If you take the you put a little bit of soap on a rag and then you go, you got to cover that thing. You got to cover that pan. You got to take that sponge and you got to lift it with no water. You got to lift it. You got to go in there and use concentrated at concentration of healing. That means that I am not healing in stages, in the way of like pieces. I'm going to give a little bit today. We'll see what I'll do in January. I'm going to do a little bit in February. We're giving our best all right now towards this situation. We're giving a concentrated effort. Meaning that I am not compartmentalizing my healing. I'm not saying that I'm going to heal to the degree that the people around me can handle it. I'm going to heal to the degree that I feel comfortable exposing or revealing. No, I am going to look at my healing like if I don't go at this the whole way, there'll be just enough pain left over to leave a residue on everything I touch. If I don't go after my pain, if I don't use my healing in a concentrated effort, there'll be just enough trauma left over to still get on anything I touch. So guess what? I'm going to heal for real. I'm not going to play around with it. I'm not going to come up with some, y'all know I'm doing the best I can. You know it's good. God is good all the time. Too much to complain. I'm not saying these things are bad. I'm not against them. I'm saying they're not productive on their own if you aren't really healing at home. If you aren't really healing at home. God ain't gonna put more in me than I can bear. It's too I won't complain. I got a coworker, I actually like this saying, but I got a coworker that says, they say, how you doing? He said, I would complain, but the line too long. And it's funny. But the truth of the matter is healing. Are we healing? Are we healing? For real? Are we really going home? We out in public like, yeah, I'm on a fast. Or we go out in public like, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I am going out and saying, going Christmas shopping. Some of us right now going Christmas shopping for a husband or a wife we won't talk to. Going Christmas shopping for children we haven't seen in weeks or months. Heal for real. For real. Not with your credit card, not with your money, not with your wishes, not with your intentions, not with a hope. Heal for real. For real. Call people for real. No, this is really what I'm feeling. This is really what I think about where we are and what we're going through. This is really what I think about what happened. This is really where I want to be. Heal for real. Showing up, oh yeah, it's my best friend's birthday. Best friend going through things. You haven't talked to her. Heal for real. For real though. For real this time. And I'm saying it's holding us back. It's breaking us down. It's keeping us from getting where we can genuinely go in a healing way. So I love you. I'm so happy that you spent another moment of harmony with me. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. I got it right, y'all. I will be here next Saturday at 10 for another beautiful moment of harmony. And we're coming up on the end of this series, guys. I have such a big surprise planned for us for the last show of this series. Y'all better stay tuned. Y'all better be getting y'all moments in. Also, do not forget that we got a prayer and purge coming up. Talking about healing for real. We are going to be getting some stuff up, getting some stuff out, and then applying those soothers afterwards to get us all healed up. Okay, cleaning all that infection out that wound, packing it, wrapping it so that it can heal. Get to your prayer and purge 2023, January 7th, 2023. It is right around the corner. Register today. All you must do is DM or inbox me. So, recap real quick because we're about to go out of this. Unveil the veil when it comes to healing. When it comes to having healing moments, let it out. What is it? Be real about it. Feel to heal. Stop numbing the pain because we're numbing to save. Heal for real. Heal for real. If no one knows you're healing, if no one understands your process, if no one is sitting right there with you, if no one is walking with you, if no one gets it, heal for real. I got to get out of here. Y'all hear that? They are trying to hold my grandgirl down for me. I get my grandgirl on the weekends, and they are failing miserably today because she is going off on people. So, I love y'all. Mommy Mercy. And look, I'm into a whole nother generation. Iya Mercy. Iya Mercy. Grandmommy Mercy. Y'all, I love y'all so much. Thank you for sharing another moment with me, and be blessed. I'll see you next Saturday.